Hans, Bobby, I'm your white knight.
Want to get your hands on some sports cards?
Hell yes!
You're in the right place.
Good morning.
Is everybody ready?
Welcome to the weekly Target Watch on Schultz's Card Pull.
What is up, sports fans? It is Tuesday, August 9th, just about 3 minutes until the hot zone right now here on Schultz's Card Pulls. 3:57 Pacific, 6:57 East Coast. How y'all doing this morning? Good to see all y'all hanging out. Good to see everybody in the chat waiting for some sports cards. I know we are all hoping, we are all praying that Optic drops today, and I am here hoping to lead the charge through Target.com's mucky restock process. Of course, we all know how it works by now. If you don't, well, you're in the right place. Welcome to the weekly Target Watch, weekly card watch here on Schultz's Card Pulls. What is up, everybody? I see so many people in the chat. Good to see y'all. So much to hopefully expect to get in our carts and get bought later today. We've got so much going on in the world of sports as well as the world of sports cards. About a week old now. The National coming out with some news. Pretty crazy stuff. We can talk about the $80,000+ theft that's being investigated at the National right now. We can talk about the fact that Baker Mayfield's probably going to be QB1 in Carolina. Is that a surprise to any of us? We can talk about just college football and NFL football in general starting. The Hall of Fame game last week and official rest of the week one of preseason action happening this week. So we have so much. And on top of all that, we have a sports card restock that we're hoping for this week as well. Some Optic hopefully dropping here on Target.com, as well as some Prizm Basketball mega boxes, some other versions of Prizm Basketball retail as well. What's going on, everybody? I see Evo says Schultzy, what up? B Burns says Bubby. I love it. Chris C says morning Schultzy. What's up, man? Xander Purse is sub. Carlos says what up, Schultzy? Good to see every single one of y'all. Jaybird, I think I saw a comment from you that you're on vacation, bro, but you're still up waiting for a sports card restock. Oh, I love it, bro. I love it. Sports cards. Nothing will get in the way of sports cards. Jaybird, Craig, what's up? Tommy Two Dimes. I love it. John, Biggie Toys, Macamania, and Hoosier in the house. Macamania, what's up? Hoosier says, morning, Schultzy. Everybody go check Schultzy's last video, 2021-22 Recon Basketball Hobby Box. Appreciate you saying that, Hoosier. Yeah, it was such a fun video, you guys. Had some really sick pulls, two very lovable PC pulls for me, to quote Shy City, going in the PC. It was definitely a fun rip, so go check that out, y'all. It was good to see some decent pulls coming out for me. Basically, it was a hobby box with my name on it. It was like Schultzy printed right across where Recon was. Good to see everybody in the house, though. We are now officially in the hot zone. Any Schultzy members, y'all, put those hot zone emojis down there. Macamania had it earlier, that little red light. Macamania had that little red light earlier. You can put that down. That is the hot zone. So any Schultzy members in the house, as soon as it hits 4 o'clock every day, we got to start putting those emojis in, guys. That is to signify that it is the hot zone in the chat. Appreciate you, Eric says, all rise. Yeah, I'm definitely nothing like Aaron Judge, that's for sure. That dude's going to hit a ton of home runs this year and probably lead the Yankees to the World Series. Just an early prediction for my end. Even as a Mariners fan, I hate to say it, but I do think the Yankees are probably going to end up in the World Series. They are that good. TJ HiFX is Schultz the Deontay Murray of YouTubers. I appreciate that, man. Sports Card Mania says, where's the chocolate milk? Chocolate milk is right here, y'all. Chocolate milk is right here. So we got tons to talk about in the world of sports, but we really do have a sports card restock, or a hopeful restock, to focus on, y'all. I love it. Frazzy Legends with the red lights. Macamania throwing them down. Chris C says, I bet Recon is pricey. It's actually not bad. Right around $200 a hobby box. I would check it out. I think it's a fun rip. Let's go. Let's go down. Kobe says, let's go. Morning, Schultz. Good to see you. T. Chris, you're too kind, man. Says, Legend is back at it again. Can't thank you enough, Schultz. Dude, I appreciate you guys. Y'all make it just warm and fuzzy getting up early. Make it easier to get up early. It's not easy, especially us West Coasties, that's for sure. 4:01 Pacific. We're now officially a minute into the hot zone, y'all. Checking the ceaseless Discord monitors. Go check them out if you want to be a part of a paid Discord monitor group that gives you not just links to Target.com restocks, but all kinds of Walmart.com, Best Buy, whenever cards pop up all over the internet. Ceaseless has you covered, so go check them out, guys. That is the Discord monitor that I am using this morning, as well as monitoring the target tracker. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're hoping you see the list of what we want to drop today. Everybody at the top of the list, hoping for 2021 Optic Football Blasters, of course. I would expect to see some Prizm Basketball retail other than blaster boxes at this point. We got to see some other versions, I think. Blasters have been out for, I want to say 3+ weeks now. I think 4, if you count them just kind of hanging on the resale market. So blasters have been out for quite a bit already. Expecting to see some Prizm Basketball Megas. Hopefully, if we see a restock, as well as some hangers. Some Chronicles football action coming our way as well. Hopefully some Megas and some hangers, or some Cellos or fat packs. I guess it would be Chronicles football, technically a fat pack. They are different ones. The Cello packs have like the 2 contained in one, and then of course there's the fat packs. But we're not really getting hung up on terminology this early in the morning. What's going on, Jay Lafferty with the chocolate milk emojis? I love it. Steve Melakundris is Schultzinator. Good morning. Good to see y'all. Good to see every single one of you. Please, guys, it does help me out. Smash that like button. Helps me feed a couple of kitties named Pikachu and Eevee. Pikachu was nipping at my heels this morning. I think that means there's hopefully a restock coming. But we are 3 minutes into the hot zone, and I am monitoring the ceaseless monitors as well as the target tracker. So if anything pops up, and as soon as it does pop up, I'll shut up, I'll stop yakking, and I'll let you all know what the heck we see. JL says, Yanks missing their number 3 and 4 hitters. That's true, JL, but they've been so loaded that I'm not sure it's going to be a problem. Long term for the Yanks going into the playoffs, I'm not sure it's going to be a problem. Rippers 401, what's going on? Says, Schultz, how you feeling about Luis Castillo and the trade? I love the trade. If you don't know what he's talking about, Luis Castillo acquired by the Seattle Mariners right at the trade deadline, basically just making their starting pitching core even stronger. Was already in the top 5 to 7 in baseball overall, and I think this solidifies the Mariners as definitely having the top 5 starting pitching rotation in Major League Baseball, hands down for sure, with Robbie Ray and Luis Castillo right at the top. Robbie Ray, of course, the reigning Cy Young Award winner, having a bit of a down year, but still leading the charge for the Mariners now, along with Castillo. So I love it. I don't mind what they gave up. I was kind of set on seeing Noelvi Marte given to somebody in a trade, so I wasn't really thinking that he was going to be playing in a Mariners uniform anyways, to be honest. You see those young first Bowman cards now, like those Noelvi Martes, those Henry Fords, Zach DeLoach's that pop up for you Seattle Mariners fans. I would venture a guess that none of those guys are going to be in Mariners uniforms. So I don't know if Run Good is in the chat, but he's probably with me on that. I know DePoto has those guys down on the farm, but I think he has them down on the farm ready to trade. Ready to trade for guys like Castillo. So anyways, all right, getting a little too deep into Mariners inside baseball talk, but there are a lot of other sports to talk about as well. Of course, Baker Mayfield, seeing rumors, and are we surprised that he has the inside track to the quarterback 1 position in Carolina? I mean, really, Sam Darnold v. Baker Mayfield, is that even a competition? Kind of makes me wonder if Baker Mayfield cards went up at all, or people started buying them at all. Oops, dropped my headphone. When he was traded, and if so, if they went up in value any significant amount, more than like $5 or so, like a Prizm single or something like that, or a Prizm parallel single. What's going on? Brian Lawhorn says, good morning. What's up with KD saying he's going to stay with the Nets if they fire Nash and Sean Marks? His market is dropping being like that. You're not wrong, Brian. You know, you are one of the top 10 players in the NBA in Kevin Durant. You have the power to make demands for sure, but it kind of reminds me of the Carmelo Anthony saga back when he was a lot younger. With the team he was drafted by, the Denver Nuggets, basically holding them hostage, saying, yo, I want to go. I'm not going to re-sign with y'all. You got to get something for me if you want any value out of me. Otherwise, I'm just going to sign with somebody in free agency in 1.5 years. And I know that was kind of based on some issues with George Karl. So same issues here. Kevin Durant having basically the crown mentality, the king mentality of wanting to run the entire franchise himself. I don't know if he wants like all decisions run through him, or if he just doesn't like Sean Marks and Steve Nash. But it was bad when Melo was doing it for the Denver Nuggets, and he was definitely saying some very bad things about the organization but it never got this ugly. And Kevin Durant has taken it to an ugly level very quickly. So I agree. I think his value's dropping for sure with each day, but somebody's still going to trade for him. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up going back to Golden State, Brian. So I don't know. Maybe you're just trying to lessen his value in the minds of NBA fans so Golden State can just come in and swoop him up. Absolutely ridiculous if he goes back to Golden State for a reunion. Why did you ever leave in the first place if he did? Unbelievable. All right, the Hoopers. What's going on, man? Says, hey, Schultz, if all the Prizm Basketball retail boxes drop today, like hangers, megas, cellos, blasters, which ones should I buy? I would try to buy megas. Obviously, the most packs in there. Biggest shot at parallels. You got the most chances at silvers, and I believe they're going to have chances at autos out of the megas, and I'm assuming they're going to be $50-$60 a pop. But for your money, and compared to like the value of a hobby box, I would say that your mega is going to be where it's at for Prizm Basketball. Next down, I would probably say hangers. It seems, but I don't know, seems that retail has been watered down a ton by Panini, basketball and football, but Prizm Basketball 2022 is better retail-wise than Prizm Football 2021. So take that as you will, and make sure you proceed with caution buying both of those. Sip of chocolate milk, hoping we see a restock here on Target.com. Nothing as of yet. We are 8 minutes into the hot zone, y'all. 8 minutes. And I must say, I do expect a restock this week, although I have heard rumors. I think some people were throwing around in my Discord because, and I don't know if this was just like stupidity or people with actual inside information saying that like Target might switch the day up this week, which would be stupid as S. I really hope they don't do that. I really hope they just stick to their Tuesdays and we're done. That would be nice. That would be the way to go for all of us. All right, 4:08 Pacific, y'all, 7:08 East Coast time. We usually, here in about the next 5, 10, 15 minutes or so, start to see some activity on the Discord monitors. The ceaseless Discord monitors are the ones I am watching. Go check them out, guys. Link down in the description below if you want to go check them out, as well as the target tracker here on Schultz's Card Pulls. See a bunch of stuff in stock, not really stuff that anybody really wants, besides Bowman Megas. Those Bowman Megas, man, sneaky value, $44.99, and I know Hoosier would attest to that. Definitely, I think, a buy and a hold going forward, no doubt, even at $44.99. Hoosier says, yeah, he used to love KD, but he's getting really hard to like now. Really hard to like. Tommy Two Dimes says, as a Nets fan, just let him go. Get the best he can for him. You paid him to sit for a season with the injury. Now let him sit with being a POS. And yeah, you might have to just go from paying KD to sit to paying Ben Simmons to sit, man. I'm hoping he's going to play, but I wouldn't be surprised if something pops up here injury-wise, or he starts having more back spasms or something like that come preseason time for the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know. Yeah, you might just have some dead money from KD moving right on to dead money in Ben Simmons. Let's hope not for you. As a Blazers fan, someone that watched the league take advantage of the Darius Miles situation with the Portland Trail Blazers. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go Google that. Essentially, Darius Miles retired medically, took the contract off the Blazers' books at that point. 2 years later or so, he came out of retirement, or I think a year and a half later, and the Memphis Grizzlies signed Darius Miles specifically to spite the Blazers. And if he hit like a certain amount of stats and games played, I think it was something ridiculously low, like 8 or 10 games played, then the Blazers would be on the hook for his salary. And yes, a team in the NBA signed him to do just that, to hook him, to hook the Blazers for the salary. So makes you wonder if the Nets are going to end up paying some dead money here to a guy like Ben Simmons going forward. What's going on, hits and pulls this morning? Schultz pulled my best hanger the other night, a Zach Wilson variation and a Mac Jones cracked ice. Red cracked ice, Mac, and a Zach Wilson silver variation. That's like a $50 to $60 card in the Mac Jones red cracked ice. I don't even know what the comp is on that. Congratulations, hits and pulls. Huge, huge, huge. All right, 4:11 Pacific, 7:11 East Coast time. Good to be back, everybody. Definitely some surgery recovery time keeping me down, unfortunately, but excited to help you all score some sports cards. We're hoping for Optic. Have not seen anything on the Discord monitors or the target tracker as of yet, but I'll stop yakking about whatever I'm yakking about as soon as I see something popping up. I promise y'all. Joe Van Horn says they didn't release anything on the East Coast till after 8 Eastern during the last drop. Yes, you are right, Joe. I doubt, I haven't seen that happen like 2-3 weeks in a row that Target restocks. If you don't know what we're talking about, Joe is pointing out that East Coasters had a really hard time getting any links to show up, any products to show up, anything happening on Target's website for them, essentially not able to see stuff until like 5 a.m. West Coast time, 8 a.m. Eastern. And by that point, some of the good stuff was out of stock. Very frustrating for people. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't think that's going to happen 2 times in a row. I know that usually when that does happen, a bunch of people complain to Target and they end up getting it fixed. Although, man, I'm no IT guy. I don't know how that ends up happening again, but it does. It ends up happening and just screwing a lot of people over. Literally the entire Eastern Seaboard. Apologize. I wish I could change it. Super frustrating, man. What's going on? Jose says, when is your next break, brother? And Vic Blind Trade, speaking of breaks, says, good morning, Schulte. What's going on, Vic? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Jose asking a great question. My next break, guys, going to be on Sunday, August 21st. Coming back with a huge break. It's going to be massive. So look out. I'm going to be posting spots for that next week on Schulte'sCardPulse.com. Nothing up there yet. But we're going to have, guys, my break number 50 happening. So because of that, going to have a big break for break number 50, a celebration there. Golden ticket break, giving spots away in that break if you buy into other breaks during that night. So it's going to be lit. It's going to be a fun one. So August 21st coming back. Can't do it this weekend. The wifey, it's her birthday on Sunday. So I would not have a Mrs. Schulte if I decided to break on her birthday. So we're going to push that return for breaks to August 21st. What's up, Mansa? Asking what's you missed so far. Nothing. You missed nothing, brother. Unfortunately, nothing popping up on the Target monitors as of yet. Nothing really happening on the Target tracker. Stuff in stock, nothing that we really want. But we're just kind of yakking sports and talking about the sports card hobby, hoping and praying that we see some cards popping up on Target.com momentarily, specifically some Optic Football. What's going on? Downtown says, Schulte, so glad you're back. Just wondering, did Target go away from red card exclusives, or are we finally going to get some of those red card exclusives again? You know, I do believe that Target tried to use that as a way to combat the bots, but I don't think it ended up working. So I think Target's kind of gone away from the whole red card exclusive thing. I would still recommend you grab a red card. 5% off, man. You get 5% off of all these sports card purchases, and you get points that you can put back towards purchases. It really does add up. It's a nice extra bonus. I mean, literally, after you do 1 or 2 or 3 of these restocks, you have enough cash back to buy like a full box or 2 from Target.com. And you don't even need the red card for that. I think you can just join their Circle benefits. But the debit card, super easy to sign up for. You get 5% off of everything on top of any other savings that they're offering. And trust me, it adds up. I tell you what. Chris C. asking, J-Rod back soon? Yes, J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez, most likely Rookie of the Year winner in the American League for the Seattle Mariners. Think he's coming back this week. I read that he has a little bit of pain in his wrist still remaining when he swings and hits the ball. On the vibration of the bat, he still feels a little bit of stinging in his wrist, but other than that, he's good to go. So Scott Service, their manager, said he's a couple of days away. And I believe he's scheduled to come off the IL on the 10th, which is tomorrow. So we should see Julio back in the lineup this week. The Mariners roster getting a little crowded, though. Guys gonna have to get sent down. Yes, Frank V, very, very good point about the red card and free shipping. You don't have to hit that $35 threshold. Man, I'm pining for Target for sure. Where's that cut, Target? Where's that cut? I appreciate you, Kevin. Says, hit that like button for Schulte. You rock, brother. Appreciate you very much, Kevin. Steve Piero says, caress that like button, folks. Heck yeah. Caress that like button for me. It does help me feed a couple of kitties named Pikachu and Eevee. And it does send this out to YouTube. You all know how it works. We live and die by the algorithm. Living on an algorithm. Yeah. All right, guys. 416. Target tracker is hot. We are watching it. We're watching these ceaseless monitors as well. Nothing popping up as of yet. Anthony says, yeah, I think he meant Fanatics. Sorry, did I say something incorrectly? Talking about like Fanatics instead of Target or something? My bad. Richard Anderson says, no backloads? Nothing yet, man. Nothing yet. Although, y'all, I would not be surprised if Target's just pushing it a few minutes, or if they're making us wait, trying to get people to fall asleep, and then just doing it and throwing it late. Sometimes they do that, or I wouldn't be surprised if they were deking us and pushing it to later this week either. I don't know. It's why we sit here in the mornings. We really can't bet on a set schedule, unfortunately. So we are here. I think that there is like a 98% chance there's going to be a sports card restock this week. So if we don't see anything popping up on the monitors here in the next few minutes, I would definitely say, you know what? Tomorrow, Thursday, is going to be the day. And those rumors that I heard about Target pushing the day back and messing with their Tuesday schedule would end up being true. But we don't know. Brian says, how do you check your points? Brian, on Target, I believe if you go to like your account or anything where you can like go to set up your pay methods, it should show right there how many points you have and like in dollar value, how many points that adds up to. So it really does add up pretty quick. What's going on, Scotto? This is yo, Schultzy. You got beef? I'm trying to just chill, man. I'm trying to chill on the beef. I really am. Tommy Two Dimes says Prestige Megas are good. That's it. Talking about Prestige Retail Football for 2022. If you are all going to grab that, and it does pop up in a restock this week, I would make sure to recommend only mega boxes. Tommy's right. Don't grab anything else. Tommy Two Dimes is right. Grab those megas, leave those blasters, leave everything else. I just don't think it's worth it. I really don't think the long-term value for 2022's football class is going to be there in general. So the long-term value of super mid to low tier cards, and I guess I say super low tier, not mid tier, but super low tier cards like Prestige with guys still in their college uniforms on paper stock, yeah, those aren't going to have resale value going forward. No. Ooh, Chase Badeau Sports Cards saying, tell us about this 80K theft that you speak of. Oh, let's get into that, man. There was a huge theft at the National Sports Card Convention, y'all. A couple of other YouTubers have talked about it. I think Sports Card Digest put up an article about it as well. Essentially, and if I see anything popping up here on the Target Tracker, guys, and the Ceaseless Discord monitors, I'll stop talking, and we'll finish the story later, I promise. I am watching. I am monitoring these, and hopefully we see some Optic popping up here in the next couple of minutes. But a really, really crazy story and really sad. Chase Badeau asking about the $80,000+ theft at the National. Essentially, a vendor at the National, a guy selling sports cards, a lot of classic vintage cards, Mickey Mantles. I mean, we're talking like the OGs. A lot of the valuable cards has multiples of them. One of the nicest tables you'll ever see at any card show had $80,000+ of cards stolen from him. Essentially what happened, a dude that he has sold to before showed up to the National Sports Card Convention, gave him, he had 2 boxes. It was like 2, I think it was like 500 card count boxes or something like that. It essentially was like 2 BCW card boxes full of cash that he said had $100,000 total, 50 grand each box, right? So he wanted to look at these cards and buy from this guy again. So while he was looking at these cards, he asked the vendor, hey, can you hold on to this cash? All right. Yeah, I got $100,000 here. I want to make sure it's tracked. And I trust. I'm going to buy from you. I'm going to probably pick out a bunch of this stuff. Probably going to add up a bunch of stuff, and we'll make a deal here. So can you hold on to this while I do that? Sure, absolutely. If it's somebody that, you've sold to before, you feel a little bit more comfortable doing that, right? All right. So the guy picks out, I think, like 20 to 30 slabs. And they were valued somewhere. I think the article on Sports Card Digest Sports Card Digest said $86,000. We're talking multiple Mickey Mantles, multiple Roberto Clementis, and some other ones. Just really, well, once again, holy grail sports cards that we're talking about. I think specifically vintage baseball cards, but set aside 20 or 30 of them and said, all right, hey, they're talking kind of about the slabs, but then kind of talking about other stuff as well. Says, hey, the guy that wants to buy them says, can I give these to my kid? Which son's right there. I don't know why that would have to happen, but that's, not necessarily too suspicious, especially if you have the guy's cash in your hand. So, okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. No worries. Give you the cards. we're going to make a deal for him. I've sold to you before. Kid's got the slabs. I've got your cash. Those dudes talk for like an hour. And the vendor's kind of wondering, okay, hey, where's your kid? All right, so the guy is like, oh, I'm going to go find my kid. He's got the slabs. He's here somewhere. I'm going to go get him. And he's still got his boxes of cash, so he figures, okay, this is fine. No worries. Not a big deal. Once again, kind of leaning on the fact that he's sold to him before. But starting to get just a little bit, uneasy. Like, all right, where's the kid? Like, let's go get him. Let's get this deal done. Guy never comes back. Dude leaves. Texts the vendor, says, I'll see you tomorrow morning. At that point, red flags go off in the vendor's mind. And essentially, the guy's walked out with these 29 slabs with his kid, right? Left cash there that he said was $100,000 in these two boxes. I think y'all know the ending to this story. There wasn't actually $100,000 in those two boxes. It was all $1 bills. Instead of $50,000 in each box, it was $500 in each box. So he literally left $1,000 there with the vendor and walked away with $86,000 in Mickey Mantle's, Roberto Clemente's, and other cards. All right, looks like PS5s are starting to drop. No, they're not. PS5s aren't live. I haven't seen those popping up. Oh my goodness. So essentially, guy ended up getting scammed out of $86,000 of cards. And obviously the seller that, knew this dude put some trust in him. And the guy that he put trust in was planning on deking him. Just horrible. Frazzy says PS5's already sold out. I mean, if there are PS5s popping up, go down in the link in the description. It is there for Target.com, but I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen PS5s popping up on the monitor as of yet. Maybe they're in store. I don't know. But have not seen any sports cards popping up on the Ceaseless monitor or the Target tracker. But yeah, so frustrating, guys, to hear about that story from the National. It's being investigated by, I think, police from New Jersey. The dude supposedly lives in Ohio. The police there in New Jersey asked him to come back for an interview. He declined, of course. Just what a sleaze bag. Yeah, Jay says that seller effed up big time. Yeah, no kidding, Jay. I would never let anybody walk away with 29 slabs. I don't care if I've got their cash in a box in my hand. Absolutely not. All right, PS5 bundles are live. Yeah, that's not really a big deal. And honestly, that doesn't mean that there won't be a sports card restock either today or this week. That's entirely different from PS5s dropping on their own, especially like in digital and disc format on Target.com. That's different. This is, everyone's like, oh, there's a PS5. No, PS5 restock, it means there's no cards. No, that's absolutely not true. They're doing it quite differently now. Target doing a lot of these bundle releases online. Still doing some kind of in-store drops, kind of sprinkling around where stores are going to receive like a couple PS5s here and there. But that honestly seems to be random. It doesn't seem to be like at one time that I've seen on the Ceaseless Discord monitors that they pop up. It's not like a morning restock of PS5s anymore. That just kind of stopped happening for some reason. Brad Selden says, Jimbo, what's up, man? Says, no, the only way is if to know there's $100,000 in that box is if the guy's not leaving my site without me counting every bill. Exactly, Jimbo. No, you can't. Unfortunately, you can't trust anybody these days. You cannot trust anybody these days. So frustrating. So yeah, that was the big story of the $80,000+ theft from the National. Dude essentially walked away with a bunch of cards, bunch of slabs, and left the seller $1,000. Fooled him into thinking it was $100,000. Hate hearing that crap. Optic should have come to Target last week, says Sick. I heard that there were some stores getting Optic in store, but obviously with no sports card restock last week, not going to see Optic hitting any shelves other than at this point Barnes & Noble and maybe Target, because we haven't even seen it at Walmart yet. Bowie says, my trust level for people in the hobby has dropped drastically. So true, man. So true. Richard Bennett says, we can't even trust you. Tell people not to buy retail. Richard, I tell people to buy very specific retail. I just told people only to buy prestige mega boxes. I'm here helping people try to get that premium retail that we're all trying to hope for. Prizm, basketball blaster boxes containing chances in an auto costing way less than a hobby box. That's still a buy. Mosaic with those case hits, that's still a buy. I think we all know what happened to Prizm Football. I'm not recommending anybody go buy that en masse anymore for 2021. Definitely watered down. I mean, I agree with you there. I'll give my honest take on that. Joel says, totally thought you were saying PSA 5s. Ooh, PSA 5s. Nobody wants to hear that when referring to a modern day card, right? Jay says you can't have 80 grand worth of trust for a show. I mean, I'm not sure you can have 80 grand worth of trust for many things. For a show, I'm trying to think of a situation where I could trust somebody other than like my wife with 80 grand. Seriously. Man. Wayne says, I got the hookup on hobby if anybody's interested. Schulte can verify. I can verify. Wayne does have the hookup, y'all. Wayne's got the hookup indeed. Normie Norm says, I don't trust Schulte's hair. Coif. Yeah, my hair all coiffed up, right? Yeah, you can't trust me, right? Daniel says, yo, Schulte, that faux hawk is approaching troll figure status. Keep it tall, man. I appreciate it. I do have a haircut scheduled for this Friday, but I appreciate it, man. I love the faux hawk. I love when it gets a little bit longer like this. Ends up, kind of just sticking straight up. You can pull like a long flat top going on. Hoosier says, in my opinion, Prizm Football retail was horrible this year. You know what, Hoosier? I don't disagree with you, although I did one last Prizm retail rip. I ripped every single version of Prizm retail. That video is coming out either today or tomorrow on the channel. Excited to release that, and that includes that $100, well, if you can find it for $100, retail box pack at Target that contains the black and white checkers. Ripped every single version of retail, and I don't know. Is it as good as hobby? Maybe when you rip a bunch of it together, but just a couple of blasters or even a couple of megas? Hell no. Hell no. Daniel, I appreciate you, man. Says Schulte, big fan here. I had a quick question for you. What's your thoughts on T-Dog's tiers? T-Dog is one of the many guys that have tried to do things on YouTube where they, I don't know, where they see me doing something and they see a bunch of subscribers being gained quickly. So they're like, oh yeah, let's do it. Let's go try that. And it doesn't work. And I don't know. T-Dog, on top of that, the whole flipper mentality, obviously I'm not down with. So I don't like anybody that has a flipper mentality, man. Who that dog at just says, I don't even trust my bank. Not surprised. All right, guys, still looking at the target tracker. Nothing popping up as of yet on the ceaseless monitors. Nothing popping up as of yet on the target tracker either. Still watching with bated breath, though. Oh, I appreciate you, dude. A $1.99 super chat from SC RipXX Rips. Dude, I appreciate you so much, man. Says, glad to have you back, amigo. Let's get this restock. It is good to be back. Hoping we see some cards today. If not, I would expect something tomorrow. I don't think Target would push it to Thursday, but I wouldn't be surprised. I know we're obviously way later in the morning than we usually are, waiting for links to drop still, but you know what? Target's dropped them late sometimes, so I wouldn't be surprised either way. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't drop them today and drop them tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if they drop them in the next 20 minutes. I don't know. Vincent says, no restock today. Vendor called out because of COVID. What's going on? Morning, Schulte. I appreciate you, brother. What's going on, man? Nothing popping up as of yet on the Discord monitors. What's going on? Chris Raditz says, what's happening? Chris, nothing happening as of yet. Unfortunately, no Discord links as of yet from Ceaseless. Nothing popping up on the target tracker as of yet. All right. Sorry, guys. Needed to wet my whistle really quick. Almost 1,900 of you watching. I appreciate you all. Make sure you smash that like button for me. It does help me feed a couple of kitties named Pikachu and Eevee. We're waiting, we're hoping, we're praying for that restock. And it really does help. Really does help as we wait. Just takes you a second if you can. If you got that phone in front of you, or you got that iPad or that device, you hit that like button. If you're watching on the TV, I get it. Or you're just listening on the way to work or listening as you get ready. No worries. I understand. I appreciate the lurkers as well. I love you all. I love every single one of you. Dylan asking, what filters are you using on the Target app? All right, Dylan, this was put together by Run Good Life, the best search link, courtesy of RGL. He basically put NFL, MLB, NBA cards only sold at Target, and I think sorted them by newest. So the newest items pop up on top, but that obviously doesn't always happen. Target really screws with the way that their pages load. But that's those filters. But make sure you can click on the best search link, and none of those links are ever going to get your account locked or anything like that. It's usually the way to go if you are getting your account locked. But if you sort by new and you do sold only by Target.com, usually you're going to end up finding most of this stuff pretty easily. Although it doesn't always all pop up. Oh, dude, D left Twitch, a $2 super sticker. Thank you so much, D. I appreciate you, brother. Cool as a peach. Or a pear, excuse me. Cool as a pear. D, thank you, man. I appreciate you. And then SC Rip with another super chat, a $4.99 super chat. Dude, you're fun with the super chats this morning. You guys, every time I get those, man, goosebumps. I really appreciate it. I cannot thank you enough. Says it's all good. If we can't hit a restock, let's just get some more hide on that hawk. Vamonos! Vamonos, get some more hide on that hawk. Get it just sticking all the way up past the camera. That'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Owen says, I'm giving it 12 more minutes. Owen, the hot zone expires at 4:50. So, Owen, maybe you should give it 14 more minutes. Give it 14 more minutes. Make sure that you stick around until about 4:50. Then we know for sure that there's no restock today. And we will be back bright and early tomorrow. Honestly, a bit surprised if they didn't do it today, but like I said, that means that they're just pushing it off tomorrow. So either way, it's like I'm surprised, but I'm not. It's just nothing at this point is expected or unexpected from Target. We don't know what's going to happen. It's why I do this stream. It's because of the unknown. We just don't know, unfortunately. Chris says, how you feeling about the 2021 Prizm Blasters? People are saying they're not as hot as 2020. You're right, Chris. 2021 Blasters are terrible compared to 2020 Blasters. At least in 2020 Prizm Football Blasters, I believe you had the chance to pull an auto. And if not, then they were just more valuable. But I really do believe, I think you had a chance to pull an auto out of Prizm Blasters. It was tough, but you could get some pretty sick pulls out of Prizm Football Blasters last year. Of course, the red and blue Prizm Parallels are in Blasters also. But with everything so watered down so far this year, I don't know. I think I've seen maybe one or two channels pulling Prizm Blasters with a red or blue card in there. It's always just silver or green. Always silver or green on top of that. 6 is worth waking up tomorrow and the day after. If there is no restock today, yes. Yes, because I do believe this week will be restock week for sure. Oh my God, dude! Chris R. Radich with a $50 super chat. Chris, bro, I appreciate you so much. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Chris Radich with a $50 super chat. Y'all. Damn, man. Chris, I appreciate you, bro. That's just too kind of you, man. That is too kind of you, bro. You're going to make me cry. That's $50 super chat. Dude, I appreciate you, Chris. That's insane. That was, wow. Bro, you made my morning with that. Thank you. Just the kindness out of your heart. Thank you so much, bro. Oh my goodness. No, you're welcome, Chris. Thank you. Dude, thank you, man. Wow. Y'all are shooting me in the heart this morning, man. $50 super chats. Oh, I appreciate you, man. Chris says, dude, I want your channel to pop off, bro. Thank you, Chris. I hope it does. Now that I'm back from surgery, now that I'm able to sit upright, handle shipping normally at a pretty speedy rate, handle editing on a regular basis, I think the channel's going to get going a lot better, a lot quicker. I appreciate you, Chris, dude. Thank you so much, dude. My God. Man. Fat cats for sure. Jay Lafferty says, Fitty. Chris R says, you need to do better than Pac-Man. Chris, I appreciate you, man. You know, Pac-Man, he's so good at what he does. He had that sneaker crowd and has been doing this for so much longer than anybody else on YouTube. So there are legitimate reasons he's got the audience he does. Bro, I appreciate you, though. I appreciate you, man. 2 years in, almost 16,000 subs. I'm happy with where I'm at, and hopefully we can grow quicker. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Heath. Glad you're back, JK. Rippers is much deserved. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are all freaking awesome. Still watching the Discord monitors. Still watching the ceaseless Discord monitors and the target tracker. Nothing popping up as of yet. Exactly. Eric B says Pac-Man is the OG. He really is, guys. He was the first person doing this. First dude doing this on YouTube, ripping every hobby box pretty much. Yeah. Cheers to him. Like, seriously, cheers. Cheers to you, Pac-Man. If you ever, you'll never see me doing these live streams. I doubt you care. But, yeah. Yeah, cheers, bro. Matt says, Pac-Man's boring. Six says, Pac-Man takes way too long ripping boxes. Yeah, but he's got thousands of views. You guys, I get to ripping boxes in less than 45 seconds to a minute, and people still click off my video in 30 seconds. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Jimmy Phillips is spreading around the UK. Oh, I appreciate you, man. Says, keep it up. Jimmy, you rock, man. You guys are awesome. Appreciate every single one of you. All right, still looking at the ceaseless monitors. We got about 11 and a half minutes left in the hot zone. Nothing coming our way as of yet, unfortunately. I'll shut up as soon as I see something, but nothing popping up. Eric B says, Schultz has better hair than Pac-Man, although it's close. I don't think it matters, man. Pac-Man's bank account is better than Schultz's, so there you go. Pac-Man here, Schultz way down here. It's obvious who wins that one. The hair can hold me up a little bit. Oh, man, I love it. I love it. Chris says, maybe you just need to do the biggest break ever. You know, Chris, I think that might work. I'm trying to just kind of build my audience, and, you know, just trying to do huge things as a small channel doesn't always work. You don't always get the response that you need, you know, putting cost and time into those kinds of things. So I'm trying to do what I can. But you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. I think the biggest break ever, I would love to do, like, gosh, if there was some way that I could facilitate. I know Chai City did like 100 blaster box break, a Mosaic Basketball for his 100th break. Man, I would love to just, like, go big or go home with that. Let's do, like, 200 mega boxes in a break or something like that. I mean, that would be so much fun. Like a 200 mega box Prizm football break with the target autos, of course. It would be target Prizm mega boxes. I don't know. That would be a fun break. Just something nuts. Then throw like a National Treasures box in there as like a nice little bonus. So just, you know, like some of those people just maybe get a sick hit. Just sick, ridiculous out of this world hit. Something like that. All right, guys, 10 minutes left in the hot zone. Still watching. I'm watching these target tracker and these Discord monitors. Nothing popping up as of yet, unfortunately. Siski says there are a lot of great people in the hobby, including Pac-Man and Schultz. Yeah, guys, Striker's awesome, but more so, I mean, my three guys that I promote the most and that I really think y'all, obviously, I think a lot of people here are watching them. If you aren't, go check them out right now. Run Good Life, Hitman Rips, Tri-City Pulls. Go check them out. I like to kind of cluster myself in with them if I can, if they allow me to. They are awesome. Love those guys. I have based how I do my breaks on how they do their breaks. And we all kind of, you know, try to keep our communities closely tied together and help each other out. But go check those guys out. Obviously, a ton of other good channels out there. Striker, there's Lootbox, there's 50 Cheddar Bob, there's 502 Frank. I have sports cards. I mean, so many good channels out there. And there's a lot of channels that are still up and coming and getting better and bigger. Hoosier Polls, go check him out. Seth says RGL is the GOAT. Seth, I did see your email. I'm going to respond. Sorry, brother. I just haven't a chance. I have not had a chance yet, brother. I did see you. I have not forgotten about you. I apologize, man. But yes, I did see your email last night. Just was getting ready for the stream. I'll get to you today, brother. My apologies. Chris C says, love Striker, actually. Corey says, when you hit 50K subs, rip 50 Mosaic Megas. You know, Corey, when I do something like that, yeah, that's going to be like a fun personal rip. Like, I think when I hit like 20,000 subs, I'll probably do like 20 megas or something for a video to celebrate. That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, nothing popping up as of yet, though. On the Discord monitors, no new sports cards in stock as of yet. Kyle says, I need to get in your break next time. I appreciate you, Kyle. They are coming back. Obviously, it was down for surgery for a bit, but they are coming back August 21st. There's going to be some big ones, man. We're going to have national packs, national gold packs, guys, as giveaways. You saw both RGL and Hitman run those boxes. And I would absolutely recommend that you get your hands on a national pack if you can. If not, then we're going to have them as giveaways. And my break's coming up here on the 21st. And I believe both of those guys are going to have them in giveaways as well for their breaks. Oh, no way. Step in the Box, a 199 super chat. What's going on, man? I appreciate you. Step in the Box, also an up-and-coming YouTube channel. Go check him out, you guys. Step in the Box, a 199 super chat. Thank you so much for supporting us, man. Thank you, thank you. Couple of people, or everybody in the chat. We got 1,700 people in here. Go support Step in the Box. Appreciate you all. Seth says, all good, Schultz. You just checking in, brother. I appreciate you, Seth. I appreciate you. I'll get you taken care of, man. You know I will. Throw you a little something extra for the wait. I got you, man. Almost taking care of all the giveaways that I was behind on. So it's nice. Like, I'm almost all cut up, y'all. Yeah, being unhealthy, like, and by saying being unhealthy, I mean, like, not being able to sit up for more than a few hours at a time, like once or twice a week, because you're in so much pain. That sucks. But I'm excited to be back at it. Excited to be back at it. Yeah, Step in the Box is a very entertaining YouTube channel, y'all. Go check it out. Step in the Box. Six has got an XR redemption yesterday. Saw other people getting XR redemptions. I think Panini is starting to send them out. That's good news. That's good news. XR redemptions already going out. Sorry, y'all, just wet in the whistle again. And speaking of redemptions and things coming out in the mail, I did see that stained glass Trey Lance Prizm stained glass that is off at PSA. Looks like they did finish grading it. I'm excited. I never revealed what my Anthony Edwards Genesis grade was, so I'm going to reveal that, as well as this Prizm stained glass grade here in an upcoming video. Hitman Ribs pulled that for me. Scored that out of a filler from a break. I think I bought like 25% fillers or something like that at a cost of like $80 or $90. And I ended up hitting like a crazy, just super short print case hit Trey Lance Prizm stained glass. So thanks again, Hitman. And I'm going to show you all that coming up here in a video after it gets back from PSA, along with that long lost. It's not long lost. I didn't forget about it. It's still in the box, and I haven't looked at it yet in Anthony Edwards Genesis. Hopefully that got a 10. All right, 4:45 Pacific, the hot zone almost expiring, y'all. About 4 or 5 minutes left, and then we can officially say no restock today. But I do believe, with all that is in me, I think this week, like I said, 98% chance of a restock happening on Target.com. 4:45 Pacific, 7:45 East Coast time. Yeah, nothing popping off on the Ceaseless Discord monitors as of yet. Go check Ceaseless out if you want to be a part of some Discord monitors. They are paid monthly fee, but not only cards, you get shoes, you get all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff on Ceaseless. So go check them out. Link in the description. Oh, yeah, of course. And I can't talk about good channels without talking about Vikings 95. A lot of entertaining videos. And one that I really like, one that gives me a lot of info on sets and different releases. And Scotty B, guys. Scotty B Cards. All the content that he puts out, his channel's growing quickly, and it should for a reason. Just a lot of smart, researched info, a lot of questions that he answers that people have in the hobby about like print numbers, about certain runs of cards and different releases. Just gets down to the nitty-gritty for collectors and really helps you make more educated decisions on especially baseball cards if you watch Scotty B. So go check him out as well. Wax On says, see you tomorrow. Appreciate you, Wax On. Yeah, Hot Zone just about to expire. I know a couple people probably going to head on out of here. But hey, hang out. I'll be here. If there is no restock, I'll be here till about 5:10 Pacific, 8:10 East Coast time. Hanging out, talking sports, answering your questions, talking sports cards as well. Hoosier Polls, dude, appreciate you. A $5 super chat. Dude, you rock. How do you feel about Trout's long-term value with his back injury? Thanks for all you do, brother. Bro, thank you. Go check out Hoosier Polls' channel. And great question about Mike Trout. I think Mike Trout's value is going to drop long-term. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that his rookie cards are going to be the same long-term because people looked at him. Now, I guess you could make the comparisons. People looked at him as like the next Mickey Mantle type rookie card. Now, Mickey Mantle was very, very injured throughout his career, but he still put up a ton of numbers and played through injury. Mike Trout isn't playing through injury and is probably not going to put up Mickey Mantle type numbers by the time it's all said and done because he's missed way too much time. Why would his rookie card be as valuable? I know we all want a modern day Mickey Mantle. I know we all want a modern day Holy Grail, but y'all, if he turns into a mediocre player the next 3 seasons just trying to stay on the field, fighting through a back injury, why is his rookie card worth $400 or $500 raw at that point? It's not. We've seen singles dropping drastically, Mike Trout included. So yeah, Hoosier, it sucks, but I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised if his value long-term going forward just goes down. I don't think Trout is going to be that long-term Mantle-like, unicorn-like, modern-day, easy investment card like everybody thinks it is, unfortunately. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. The collector says, hey, Schulte, what's the national pack you mentioned a while ago? The collector, talking about national silver and gold packs. They're only available at the national, but Hitman Rips and Run Good Life actually ran a break with a full box of those. And I've actually got some as giveaways going to be included in my upcoming breaks. So those gold national packs contain 2 cards each, and usually it's 1 base card and 1 parallel or auto, and it could be huge. Could be a huge card. All right, guys, seconds away from the Hot Zone expiring. Unfortunately, I think it is pretty much official that there will be no restock today on Target.com. Apologies that we're not seeing that, but going to be back bright and early tomorrow, hoping and praying for one. Caleb says, no, not Skyby also. No, Skyby flips. Skyby hangs out by the restock shelves waiting for people to bring cards all day and then tells you that you can all go find restocks like that. No, I don't include him in that ilk. Sorry, I don't. There are a couple of channels I just don't respect, and yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, Jams says Skybeast file, those restock videos are on a different level. Yes, Jams, because he waits for hours and he knows the vendors. That's essentially what an inside track on sports cards looks like. That's not anybody else's chance at getting sports cards. Frustrating as hell. Yeah, Skybeast stages those restocks, bro. Those are staged. He waits for them. They aren't real restocks. You're not walking in and catching those restocks. Come on. Come on, y'all. Let's all be logical about this. All right, 450, and dang it, no sports cards today on Target.com. Apologies, y'all. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow morning. I think I'm 98% sure that there's going to be a restock this week, dropping some Optic Football, and I think it'll be tomorrow. If it wasn't today, I think it will be tomorrow. Rocky says if he knew the vendor, he wouldn't wait for hours. There are some places that he doesn't have to, Rocky, but there are a couple of stores locally that I've had people like telling me that they literally live near him and see him standing there for hours. So it's not every single store that he's at waiting for hours. He knows vendors, but then there's a couple of stores where he does have to just go and wait. Yeah, Yummy Oz says, how can he go 100% on restocks every single time? LOL. It's true. It's true. Oh, I appreciate you. Best Pal says, bro, the restock is easily secondary to me. I'm here for the restock of your sports card knowledge. Best, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. It's fun hanging out with y'all. Unfortunately, no card stock today, but I'll be on, like I said, for another 20 minutes or so. Hanging out with y'all, answering questions. And guys, not only was there's tons of sports card news to talk about. Not only was there that theft at the National, if you haven't heard, Topps dropped their biggest distributor. Topps and Fanatics going forward, guys, are going to be changing the game. We knew this, but we're starting to see the first actual, tangible effects in the hobby. GTS, one of the biggest distributors in the hobby, with card shops, with different breakers around for 20 plus years, is going to be no more with Topps. Topps basically going straight to breakers, straight to card shops themselves. So Topps and Fanatics just eliminating the middleman like they said they would. GTS, no more. I think it's going to help the hobby going forward. Overall, I do think it's going to lower prices, and I think some people are going to argue with me on this, but I think it's going to make the hobby more accessible going forward. I really do. Sean says, even if you know the vendor, when the vendor stocks, you still have to get there early to beat out the rest of the crowd. So it's possible he waits hours when knowing when the drop will be. It's true, Sean, but also I've seen a lot of people that just end up backdooring with the vendor and get those deals just kind of handed to them from the vendor, throwing them a little extra cash or just kind of splitting the spoils. That happens a lot too. Unfortunately, that happens a lot too. The Card Dojo says, need less corrupt everything. That is a perfect mission statement for the hobby. The sports card hobby in general. Need less corrupt everything. Sports cards, need less corrupt everything. That's like a headline. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Sean T says, yo, Schultz, thoughts on Murray's $230 million contract? Will his stock go up now that he's the second highest paid quarterback under Rodgers? I don't think so, Sean. I think a lot of that value, Kyler already had a Super Bowl baked into his prices as a rookie, kind of like Justin Herbert now. I don't think, here in a couple of years, Justin Herbert, I think, is going to keep playing well. But here in a couple of years, when he signs another deal off his rookie deal and needs to be re-signed by the Chargers, going to get some kind of crazy $150, $200 million deal, I don't think his cards are going to go up in value at that point because Justin Herbert already has a Super Bowl or two baked into his prices. Kyler Murray has already had a Super Bowl or two baked into his card prices, into his rookie autos. So unfortunately, definitely a nice contract for Kyler. I think it speaks to Lamar Jackson being able to get some cash and maybe getting closer to that $40 million average per season. But no, I just don't think going forward that his value is going to go up because of that, unfortunately. Oh, dude. SC Rips. I appreciate you, man. 199 super chat again coming at you. Says, I'm out of here, Schultz. See you mañana. I appreciate you, brother. See you mañana. Be back here bright and early. Super odd that we haven't seen a restock today. But once again, it's just not. It's just like, it's surprising, but it's not. Don't really know what to expect at this point. Nick Neubauer says, Schultz, thanks for all you do. Have a great day. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much, Nick. Have a great day to you as well. See you tomorrow. I'll be on for another 15 minutes. Yakking hobby, though. We need to start with a new president. Forget the vendors. A new hobby president. MK Raz says, you should be doing Razes during the live. Now, are you thinking of that just because your name is MK Raz? Thinking of that, oh, hey, I'm MK Raz. You should do some Razes. That seems like an easy connection to make. Jacob says, what is Fanatics dropping? I've not seen anything. Fanatics specifically dropping stuff? I'm not sure that they're dropping anything. I know we're all waiting for like a Prizm Basketball exclusive release from Fanatics, but I think that's the next thing. Other than that, maybe some Optic Football as well. All right, y'all. 4:56 Pacific. Appreciate everybody hanging out. If you have not, or if you're heading out, please do me a favor. It really does help a lot. Smash that like button. Helps me feed a couple of kitties named Pikachu and Eevee. And sends this out to a ton of people on YouTube. Y'all know how this works. Y'all know. Living and dying by the algorithm. Russ says, do you see Wander and Cruz prices going back up? Russ, I'm not sure. Wander and O'Neal Cruz are very good young players. I bet that O'Neal Cruz value has the potential to go up again. but Wander, I'm not so sure. See, the thing about baseball rookies specifically, you guys, there are so many guys that are highly touted as young prospects, right? So many. And we put so much weight into each of these guys as a young prospect, but so many of those young prospects end up turning out to be good players, but not Hall of Famer, life-changing, generational talents. That's what we think Wander is. That's what we think O'Neal Cruz is. That's what we think Julio Rodriguez is. That's what we think Luis Robert is. Not all of those guys are generational talents. One is. Maybe one. And the value of all of those guys that we put into year after year after year, because the market's, oh, this is going to be a generational talent. Oh, this is going to be a generational talent. It doesn't happen as often as people think. A lot of these guys, remember when Yasiel Puig was going to be like a Hall of Famer, guaranteed. His rookie season came in, hit like 16 homers. Everybody thought Yasiel Puig was the greatest thing in Major League Baseball since sliced bread. He's going to be a 600 home run hitter. Oh my God, he's going to be amazing. I saw people talking about Yasiel Puig 10 years down the road before he finished year one. And look at where he is now, 10 years down the road. I think he's playing in like Japan or Korea or something. Oh, dude, Pat in Oregon Sports Cards at $4.99 Super Chat. I appreciate you, Pat. Thank you so much, man. Says, thanks again for letting us promote the Sports Room on Discord last week. Lots of Schulte gang orders came in. Grand opening later this month. Heck yeah, go check it out, guys. The card shop that I get my cards from locally, the Sports Room up in Beaverton, Oregon, run by an amazing couple, Chris and Shannon. Go see Chris if you need anything. If you're in town in Portland, Oregon, he'll hook you up. Tell him Schulte sent you. There's nothing specific that like he'll give you. Just tell him Schulte sent you, and he'll be like, I love you. I appreciate you. But Pat, I appreciate you, man. They are selling cards online as well, and you're gonna have a grand opening of that website later this month. Heck yeah, Pat. And not just like cards at cost. Cards, I would say some pretty good deals under where you can get them on other websites. So go check them out, guys. The Sports Room and thesportsroomllc.com. Godzilla says, make sure to smash that like button. It helps me beat 2 kitties and Pikachu and Eevee. Appreciate you, Godzilla. Just printing my copy for me, aren't you? Michael in Kansas says, Franco's too young to close the book on him. I agree, Michael. I agree. Franco is way too young to completely close the book. I can't say that you should be like, oh, no more. Don't buy Wander at all. No, I can't say that. I agree. Hoosier Pulse says Kelnick minus 2.2 WAR. Yeah, Jared Kelnick not looking that great so far. Although also young enough to where you can't give up on him. He's still only 22, 23. Has potential to turn it around in the majors. Came back at the end of last season hitting a ton of homers. I don't know what happened. His mind just could not get right this year going into this season. And he's back to being a sub-mediocre player. Actually, less than a mediocre player, essentially. Chet Manley says, Fanatics is going to suck for collectors. You know, Chet, I have faith. It could, but I really have faith that it's going to be better. I think that the scenario that we all deal with now, trying to find retail cards, not able to find retail cards very often, I think that's going to go away completely. I think we're all going to have a chance at something going forward. And honestly, this is a hopeful and wishful prediction, but I honestly believe hobby box prices will come down through Fanatics. I'm not saying that we're going to be paying $400 or $500 ever again for a Prizm Football hobby box, but I could see stuff under $1,000 because Fanatics has cut the middleman out. And there's just hopefully more availability for everybody. Breakers and content creators, I do think, are the future of the hobby. Some people hate to see that, but that is, that's just kind of representative of our times, right? It's almost bad if, and I've heard a ton of other channels talking about this. I think Sports Card Radio said this. I think it's bad for Topps or Panini, or they almost don't want a big hit like a 1/1 or a 1/5 huge rookie auto of somebody being pulled off camera. They want that being pulled on cam. They want everybody to see that. They want the footage of that. It's useless. And way less marketable to them if somebody just pulls that card and you don't hear about it later. I think this actually has the potential to help sustain the hobby going forward, really bringing a face to it. I think it's part of the reason why sports betting and why fantasy sports have taken off, because of that interactive, time that we have doing it now, and the way that we can visually see it represented, as opposed to before. Sports cards were just kind of the thing that you bought at the store, you took home, you opened, and that was that. It's changing. Fanatics is trying to be on the forefront of that, and I do think that they have a chance to make it good for everybody. It could go bad, it could go south, but I really do think that going forward, it's so much better for all of these companies if their big hits are being pulled on cam. And I think that, honestly, the the visual representation of the hobby going forward is going to be what drives interest in it, as well as accessibility. So, yeah, when you're not seeing those hits, when you're not seeing cards, nobody cares. It doesn't matter to anybody. And yeah, Bankhead Breaks says it's almost like an NFT. Exactly, and I think you're going to start to see more companies doing like NFT type representations of sports cards, like you're pulling a digital card, but that actual card is sitting somewhere waiting for you to get mailed to you. And if anything, it's a lot cheaper for companies to do that going forward. Instead of having physical packs, just open a bunch of digital packs, send people the big hits. All their singles that nobody really cares about can just sit in a digital wallet somewhere. You can build a set. You can do whatever the hell you want with them. But yeah, I think that's kind of the way the hobby's going, for sure. Pack Attack Jackpot says, don't buy those national packs from sellers you don't know or trust. Very true, Pack Attack. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Do not buy those packs from people you don't trust. They can be weighed. They can be weighed. For sure, for sure. All those jerks out there, all those crappy shops, and there are shops that do this too. They'll go to the national, they'll get those packs, they'll weigh the good ones out for themselves, the heavier ones that have autos or whatever, and then they'll set all the extra packs out for the regular people to come in and buy at full cost. Jackasses. Hoosier says, if you can't pull big hits from retail, what's the point? Exactly, Hoosier. Valid there, brother. Valid there, man. If you're opening retail and there's nothing coming out, then yeah, what's the point? What's the point for anybody? Frustrating as hell. All right, 5:04 Pacific, guys. I'll be on for another 5 minutes or so, hanging out, yakking about the hobby. So sorry we didn't see a card restock today from Target.com, but I do believe it is coming this week. Like I said, 98% chance it's coming this week. And I'll be back bright and early tomorrow, hoping and praying for that restock. Pull Monster says, Fanatics is running a monopoly that will get addressed eventually. It can't make cards, have ties to grading, and sells cards, conflicts of interest. Pull Monster, I hear what you're saying, brother, but honestly, one of the reasons that the hobby has been so hard to deal with to this point and convoluted and so hard to learn is because all of those different companies exist on their own. Some of them started by shady idiots. Some of them started by people that are trying to do good in the hobby and end up just fizzling out. But unfortunately, it's just... I don't know, man. It's extremely hard when you've got to have red tape layer after red tape layer to have success in the hobby like this, as a collector even. One thing that I point out specifically, Fanatics already has access to the leagues and to players specifically. So getting autographs, one thing that I think Fanatics is going to improve on going forward, and one thing that I know we hate, especially from Panini, is redemptions. Signing autographs. Players signing autographs so far in 2022, it's kind of just like hoping like that we get those redemptions that are guaranteed autos, and we just kind of hope that they end up getting signed. and we get those redeemed by Panini at some point. Topps is usually really good about doing that, but the thing with redemptions is that some athletes don't end up actually signing those cards. Fanatics, instead of having to do what Panini and Topps do, which is essentially try to contact players' representatives through the players' unions and pay them a fee for autographs and then set up that time to do so and all that crap, it's much easier when you're already connected to those leagues and you can set it up to where, you know, you can do a multi-memorabilia event. You can have Justin Herbert there signing footballs, jerseys, and a bunch of sports cards. You know, it's so much easier when it's one company handling all that. I understand that there's concerns about a monopoly, man, but there's so much red tape and so many different things that we have to do as a collector right now. It's super frustrating for people, and I don't think that people are going to keep coming into the hobby at the level that they did in the last 2-3 years if that's the way that it is going forward. It's too hard. And I know there's other people that be like, oh, it's too hard for people to learn. Boo-hoo, woe is you. No, that's not my point. You should take some time to learn the hobby. You should take some time to educate yourself, but there are too many bad actors out there. There are too many people taking advantage of those people that don't know any better. So, Andrew, those gold VIP packs in a sealed box. Oh yeah, Pack Attack, you talking about those gold VIP packs that were in the 2 boxes that Run Good Life and Hitman open? Yeah, I bought 5 gold VIP packs from a shop owner that I trust and that wouldn't screw me. so I think that I'm gonna have some luck there. Hopefully somebody pulls something big out of those gold packs. Pole Monster says, you're telling me it's okay if PSA graded and sold cards too? You wouldn't be speculative they'd give themselves good grades to sell? I hear what you're saying, Pole Monster. I hear what you're saying. I mean, they already do that because they get upcharge, right? They give cards better grades specifically to upcharge. I mean, I hear what you're saying, Pole Monster, but they're kind of already doing that. They've set up their pricing structure to where it costs more to grade a more expensive card. So, and if, like we saw Hitman Rips talking about grading his Mac Jones 1 of 1, for instance, he graded it on the $4,500 tier because he didn't think it was going to be worth over $100,000 at a PSA 10. It wasn't. But PSA came back, charged him the next level up, which was $6,000, because they said at a PSA 10 it's worth $100,000. And it's like, I mean, maybe someday, but it's not now. And Hitman did not get $100,000 out of it. So it's all arbitrary, man. It's all arbitrary. Adam Bomb says, I'll type again. Topps products sold on Fanatics already, and prices are not less than the big 3. They're selling them. Why would they drop prices ever? The market is established. Thought. Well, Adam, I would say that you've seen hobby boxes already going down in price from 2020 to 2021 to 2022. You've already seen hobby boxes drop in price. So yes, right now, you know, Fanatics isn't selling them for less than they were 6 months ago. But Fanatics is selling current year boxes for less than what previous year's boxes were going for. Is the value there on the resale? No. But I don't know. Topps Chrome 2020 isn't necessarily that valuable in my opinion. Luis Robert and Kyle Lewis rookies aren't that amazing. Luis Robert is great, but I don't think he's going to be that generational talent, yet people still have the value on those boxes. So I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying, but I just don't think that going forward we're going to see these super, super expensive hobby box prices. You're going to see about 1,000, maybe 1,200 max. For like a Prizm or for like an Optic. Obviously, National Treasures, all those big, sexy briefcases, flawless, all that kind of stuff. That's going to be going for $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 like it always does. But those flagship favorites that we've all had, if Prizm continues past 2025, because Topps doesn't really own Prizm, that's all Panini, or if we just go back to Chrome. And honestly, at that point, that actually brings another great question. If we go back to Chrome, what is the value going to be of those? And At that point, Fanatics can just set the market, right? So that's what I'm saying. It could go bad, but I think it really has the potential to go well for us. I really do. All right, y'all. 5:11 Pacific, 8:11 East Coast time. I apologize. No restock coming our way today. But like I said, I'll be back bright and early tomorrow, and I would hope and pray that we get some Optic this week. I said, 3-4 times, 98% chance that we see a sports card restock coming our way this week. All right, everybody, I'm going to let you all get on out of here. It's getting late in the morning over on that East Coast. People got to get about their days. Appreciate every single one of you hanging out. Sorry that we did not have a restock, but like I said, I'll be back bright and early. Hoping and praying tomorrow morning, leading the charge with all y'all for hopefully some Optic dropping on Target.com. Make sure you smash that like button for me on the way out. Also, guys, Hoosier mentioned it earlier. I had a 2021-22 Recon Basketball Hobby Box video that I dropped yesterday on the channel. Pulled some really sick autos, 2 PC autos, and one of them the best player of all time. I think you all know who it is at that point. If you watch the channel, you know. My favorite team's the Portland Trail Blazers, so there's a big hint for you. But go watch that video. It was definitely fun to make, and my reaction at the end is awesome. I think if you need to pick me up, it'll help you smile. All right, guys. Appreciate you. You stay blessed as well. Pack Attack says Legacy is garbage. I don't disagree with you, Pack Attack. Legacy is garbage for sure, Pack. You're not wrong, man. That I was going to buy a hobby box to review on the channel. I saw it ripped, and then I was like, nope, never mind. Not going to buy that. So yeah, no Legacy coming up on my channel. I don't think I'm going to put Legacy in any of my breaks. Who wants that? It's not going to be that great of a product. I agree. All right, y'all. Appreciate it. Like I said, I'll be back bright and early tomorrow. Hoping for a sports card restock from Target.com. Hit that like button on the way out for you. Or for me. Appreciate it, you guys. Schultz's Card Pulls out. Be good to yourselves and each other.